Hi there, this is Jane. In this lesson today we're going to have a look at the Am7 chord. So first of all, let's pop a diagram of it up on the screen for you to have a look at. As you can see from this diagram, we're only using 2 fingers for this chord. It looks very similar to an A minor chord and a C chord, which you probably already know. We only need 2 fingers for it, and you can see with the X behind the 6th string that we don't play that string, but we have got 2 other strings that we do play as open strings, the 5th string and the 3rd string, okay? And then the other 2 fingers, dead simple. So let's now go to a close with my hand and I shall walk through how to play the chord. So first of all, we're going to need our 1st finger, and that's going to go behind the 1st fret on that 2nd string. Okay, get it as close to the fret as you can and keep it on its tip as much as possible. And then we're going to have to do our 2nd finger, and that's going to have to go behind the 2nd fret on the 4th string. And again, get it as close to the fret as you can and keep it on your tips. Now get your thumb in the centre of the neck between those 2 fingers, so that will make it a bit easier to get your fingers on the tips. And then just take your pick and strum 5 strings. That is an Am7 chord. Okay. Now sometimes when you're playing that, you might get a few muted notes coming out. Okay. So like I said, make sure your fingers are really close to the frets, keeping that thumb in the centre of the neck. Okay. Make sure that your 1st finger isn't on that 1st string ever so slightly. Bring your wrist forward slightly. That'll help to get your fingers on the tips and make it more likely that you're going to be able to get those notes coming out. We need plenty of space underneath these fingers here, okay? And the same applies with the 2nd finger as well. So make sure that's on its tip so it's not touching that 3rd string, muting it, okay? And also for both of these fingers, make sure that they're both butting right up against the frets. If they're too far back, it's going to be very hard to get the notes sounding clear, okay? Stretch them as far as you can, as close to the frets as possible. So then what you do, when you've got your fingers on, play the notes one after another, make sure all the notes are sounding clear. When they are, take your fingers off, give them a shake, and then go and put them back on again nice and slowly. Play the notes through, one after the other. If there are any problems, it's probably going to be one of those I've just mentioned. Try and figure out what it is, making sure that thumb stays at the bottom. Mine seems to be drifting up today. And then once you've got them all nice and neat, strum the chord again, play the notes individually, and keep doing that over and over until pretty much every time you pop the chord on, you're getting the notes straight away and it's nice and clean. And that is your Am7 chord.